With Europe and Korea both managing to take 3 teams out of the group stage, the regions will be fighting for dominance. SK Telecom T1 will be facing off against Splyce, while Damwon Gaming will be playing G2 Esports on this side of the bracket. Both first seeds playing against third seeds from the other region will allow the regions to show off their unique strengths. However, with G2 Esports falling to Griffin at the end of groups, SKT and Splyce will have added pressure to do their regions proud. Europe needs to prove their lower seeds can upset, and Korea needs to set in stone that they are the kings of league. SKT has returned to the world stage and they haven't missed a beat from their previous performances, only dropping 1 game to Fnatic. They took the first seed in their group with little contest. Besides their loss, they've shown intelligent playmaking combined with calculated aggression to win game after game with ease. Their regional performance also heralds their best of 5 strength, only dropping 2 games while running the entire Korean gauntlet. This team and G2 Esports should be considered the frontrunners for taking the title. Every year the team manages to qualify for Worlds, they get better and better, and this year has been no exception. Evident weaknesses in the team have suddenly disappeared as they've moved from the LCK to the world stage. This team is a perfect example of the value that a strong support staff can bring. They've shown flexibility while still putting their champion mastery on display. Faker had trouble matching his previous strength while in Korea, but he's performed as one of the best mid laners in the world. He has accumulated individual advantages in game after game with and without his team putting resources into him. Khan has completely stopped his classic overextensions and has no longer given his enemies opportunities for free kills. Teddy has been known as a top ADC, but his support effort was brand new to the international scene. Despite this, he hasn't shown any signs of cracking under the pressure, and has only improved as the tournament has continued. It is clear that his time working with Mata has caused his game knowledge to peak and allow strong, consistent play. If the team continues to improve at this rate, it will be hard for any team to stand against them.
And for the last time in the quarterfinal draw, Mithy, please take the final team. It is Splyce, who will find themselves in the bottom left corner, taking on SK Telecom T1.
Play-in stage showed an entirely different Splyce from what fans expected. They ditched their previous mid to late game strategy and instead opted into full-on early aggression. Xerxes, the jungler, began to show up, accumulating massive early game leads for his team to close out, finally qualifying for the group stage of the tournament. Splyce beat the Unicorns of Love in a nail-biting 5-game series. Fans were filled with hope as they were placed into Group B. Group B was by far the easiest group to make it out of this year. They've only had to beat J-Team and GAM Esports to make it through into the quarterfinals, but they struggled with a 1-2 record after week 1. When Group B played its second week games, Splyce was again reinvigorated and played immaculately. FunPlus Phoenix, LPL first seed, was looking to take a 3-0 to secure the first seed and quarterfinals appearance, but Splyce wasn't going to let that happen. They managed to beat them in a group stage game but fell short in the tiebreaker. With their surge through week 2 of group stage, nobody should be underrating Splyce. They've shown repeated improvements in their individual and macro play as they've progressed through the tournament. Certainly, they had the weakest group by a mile, but they managed to take a game off FunPlus Phoenix. Humanoid, in combination with their star jungler, has managed to surprise all of the tournament, but the team's level of play may still not be high enough. They haven't shown the ability to upset world-class teams at any point this season. If Xerxes manages to bring the same kinds of leads to his team, they could beat anyone and maybe even take the title for themselves. Regardless of the enormous rise by Splyce, SKT is still the favorite for this match. Xerxes has been playing out of his mind for this tournament but still can't hold a candle to Clid, who is one of the best junglers at Worlds. Humanoid will have to stand up to Faker, the best mid laner in history. While his peak performances hint that he'd be able to go even in lane in some games, FunPlus Phoenix were able to slam through him. SKT is much more adept at slinging out weaknesses across the map and will likely find more success in punishing him. Cersei and him will need to step up their level of play to a level they've never shown before. Even when Humanoid was in his element in Europe, he's never made a name for himself by winning lanes against top tier threats such as Caps and Nemesis. Top lane will also favor the Koreans in this matchup. Khan has shown his ability to win lane with wide margins that have led to carry performances, and Splyce won't have an answer to him if he gets the lead. Bottom lane will have a similar discrepancy with Teddy and Effort, having shown themselves as more capable of securing individual leads against more threatening competition. This, in addition to SKT having better players in every role, means there's little hope for Europe's third seed. If the entirety of Splyce plays to their maximum form and Humanoid shows the same strength he had in Europe in week 2, in conjunction with SKT slumping for the first time at Worlds, they might win. Since this is extremely unlikely, my prediction for this match will be SKT taking it with a dominant 3-0. Watch the 2019 World Championship here at ESTNN TV. For more information on the tournament, team standings, and players, visit lolesports.com. Stay tuned here at ESTNN and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more League of Legends news, articles, opinions, and more.